The future is here. An innovation that will change the way the industry works. A Hot 100 chart, updated daily. The most accurate price guide on the market. Every card has its own profile with a wealth of information. Know the precise, real-time value of any card in the system. On demand. You now have the power to unlock the secrets of the hobby. The game changer is here. Card Ladder.
Rodman, tell him what you're buying. Unless you haven't bought it yet.
Step 1, buy cards. Step 2, ask me on a live if I think their value is going up. Did you see the look of BGS 10? Did you see it?
What, are you talking to me, buddy, or are you talking to Rodman?
Am I live with Rodman or you?
Okay, all right. What about a BGS 10?
Someone, I guess, bought a BGS 10 silver Luka, and shortly after found out the slab was fake.
Yeah, that's the worst. That's the nightmare here, is that it turns out that there's a bunch of these fake BGS slabs.
Yeah, that's why I feel about some of the ones I graded myself now, It's like I sent it in and got it back to myself.
Yep, totally agree. And that's always the option. You re-slab your cards, for sure. You just re-slab them.
Get a little
but yeah, I saw the Luka Silver BGS 10 thing was mentioned in the chat, but I still haven't seen it. So I just don't want to comment on it.
I have something to point out about this little subtopic. I'm not saying you do this because a lot of people don't want to do this, but buy cards where no matter what the card is graded, it doesn't matter. So a good example is PMGs. Honestly, a 9.5 will stand out and someone's going to pay a giant premium for it, but you as a collector probably don't care. High-end exquisite, BGS 8, 5, PSA 6, PSA 8 really matter. If the patch is sick and the auto is perfect, does it really matter that much? Obviously the higher grades bring premiums. We know this. But if you build your PC out where it just doesn't matter, and let's say that there comes a day where you got to send everything over to PSA because everyone else has crapped the bed, and if you've got a bunch of stuff if you got a bunch of BGS 10 stuff, you're going to be really nervous. If you got super rare stuff where it just doesn't matter, then you're going to be like, yeah, whatever, it's just a different slab.
It's a great point. Not to diminish other people's collecting strategies, because I know people love the black labels and they love the BGS 10s, but I never saw the value in paying the premium on that stuff. I always saw the value in, just because I know this one off the top of my head, Zion or Luka or Anthony Davis, Prism BGS 10s of the base card, commands serious premiums over even the PSA 10, 2, 3x, maybe even more. And it's just dude, if I'm going to spend that much money, I'm going to get something rare. Just the card itself needs to be rare, not just the grade.
Yeah.
It's always been my philosophy.
If it's at that point and I want a card, I'll just get a PSA 10. What's the difference, man? If I sub that PSA 10 to BGS 100 times, I'd probably get a BGS 10 at some point. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah. Yeah, it's too bad. Dude, in the Michael Jordan community, the card community, some of the best collectors are big advocates of BGS. And most of their PC is in BGS. And they love BGS. They trust BGS. They love the Beckett name. A lot of 90s people, kids, 90s kids, they grew up with Beckett, right? Beckett is going to have to like push them away before they stop having their allegiance to Beckett. But, for the sake of those guys, for the sake of all these great collectors out there, I just wish, man, God, get it together. Get it together, please.
Yeah. And to be clear, guys, we're not talking about fake cards tonight. We're talking about fake slabs. The cards inside these slabs are real. It's just that they were probably in a lower condition than the slab would indicate.
Yeah. How ironic too. I mean, the card, okay, I didn't study the cards that closely, but the card looked like it might as well have been a gem anyway. So
I mean, a BGS 10 Silver Luca commands a huge premium, and that's one that's like that's a different story.
Yeah, it's a huge issue. But how funny would it be? Like they had like a fake BGS 8 Zion Silver or something, and it's like it really is an 8. Or you took it and you sent it to Beck and it got like an 8.5. You're like,
I think it also speaks to like you should probably look at the card inside the slab and ignore the grade. Actually figure out like, do you think what do you think the condition is? Because if you're just like, yeah, the centering's not perfect, but it says BGS 10, yeah, just go with it. It's like, what? You're paying the 3x premium and you don't even think the centering's that good yourself? Like, don't buy it.
New grading company, card ladder grading, CLG.
That's the question I got asked. Can we want to do this right now?
Yeah, sure.
We got you and me. I don't know how many you got. I got asked probably like 6 times today. When are you building a grading company? And I'm just like, I don't have time to do as much as I do currently. I don't know that I can add. Building a grading company would no doubt be a full-time job, and it would take tons of resources, many people to do so. And I just don't have that. So, challenge to all of our amazing community out there, all of our followers and everybody. Do it yourself. Go for it. Knock yourself out. Build your own grading company. You don't like something, and I know a lot of guys that are like half interested in it. It's like I'm not sure what it would take to get them to go all in on it, but finding someone to fund it wouldn't be that hard. You and I know that like tons of people in the hobby love funding card ideas. Lots of high-end collectors that would love to do that. So if you've got a passion for making a business, there's an area here.
It's definitely an area. It's an area ripe for everything. Everybody has opinions on grading. And at a certain point, just was like, all right, you got all the solutions, do it. Just do it.
Yeah, we would love to. Like if we had infinite time and resources, that would be one that I do know quite a bit about, like image processing and like I could take a crack at it for the automatic like robotic grading through image processing, but yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot, and the thing is too, you need a trusted brand. Let's go.
Trusted brand.
Speaking of trusted brands. Northeast Sports Cards said, this came to mind when you were talking to me. So he said, buy the card, not the grade.
Yeah,
no
totally.
School slogan. And look, the other thing too, the hobby weathered a tremendous trimming scandal a year ago, a little bit more. The hobby will weather a fake slab scandal. The goal here is to use it as an opportunity to make our hobby a better place and to see the vulnerabilities and the weaknesses and improve. That's what I'm going to be looking for out of this hobby. And, God, I hate to say it, man, but, a lot of things lately, people veering away from transparency, away from openness. That's the wrong direction to go. That is the complete wrong direction to go. But what a downer topic. God, it's very disappointing that this is happening. You almost do have to relate it back to slow turnaround times. Like, I think that actually is as much of an incentive as anything else is to make these fake slabs, because these guys are in China. It's going to take them a year to get the cards back. They've got a gem mint LeBron. Well, we could make the slab. Boom. So, I don't know. All right. If anybody in the chat wants to suggest a topic, I have lots of topics here too, but if something's on you guys' mind.
You had a couple that you were laughing about as you read them. I want one of those.
Yeah. All right. So this one comes in from Jadakiss Laugh. That's the name of the account, Jadakiss Laugh. Christina, cover your ears. What card can get you the most hoes? No.
I am not amused.
I got it. You ready?
All right.
WNBA cards.
Okay, that's an interesting twist on it. All right.
Actually, I'm gonna say exquisite
Okay.
because the exquisite cards are the ones that my wife is like, "Whoa, what is that one?" They stand out, and then in the PMG green and the exquisites.
Yeah, just those are cream of the crop cards. You know, I don't know how seriously to take that question.
I mean, it's the cards that like I'm not going to use that word that he used, but like it's cards that non-card people recognize as being expensive, right?
Yeah.
Like you can tell, you can just kind of look at it and be like, okay, like I don't know anything about cards, but that one looks expensive.
That's a good point. Someone in the chat mentioned chicks think Pokemon cards are cute. Pokemon cards are universally identified. They were on every school lunchroom table. Everybody saw them. You know, everybody knows what Pokemon cards are. So yeah, that somebody else hit me with the theory like a week or two ago about why Pokemon is a great investment is because it crosses gender. You know, it's everybody knows what it is. Everybody knows Charizard or something. I don't think that that's the reason why cards have values, just because everybody knows them. But I don't know. There's something to that, I suppose.
Pokemon's like the largest franchise like in the world by a wide margin. It's like them and Hello Kitty. Star Wars is like 7. You know, they're huge. Nintendo is like 3 or 4. It's crazy.
Yeah. Huh?
I think Josh is on something with Hello Kitty cards.
Well, you know they have Frozen cards.
Yeah, you know.
Ian says Pikachu Shadow is hollow. CZ says girls go crazy for Prism Base. Tag Slab says anything Jay Cutler, Tyler Hero, autos, Bol silvers.
What are those doing right these days?
Oh, I think they are about $40 for one of those. But hold on, I'd like to verify that. Bol Silver Prism, $67 last sold a week and a half ago.
What do they peak at?
We're talking raw, and raw is peaked at $140.
So it didn't crater yet.
No, it did not.
It did not climb there yet.
No, the low price is $2.75 over the if you look at what the lowest price ever sold for.
Still way up.
Yeah. Now the PSA 10 peaked at $745 in early August, and now it is selling. It last sold on November 9th for $326.
$600 for a bench player. You can get like superstar football players for that price.
Yes, you can.
Yes. Basketball.
Yeah. Well, there's a weird energy. There's too much energy in prospects right now. I love what we said in hour 1 about the fact that if you want to collect an active player, and I get the appeal of that. I really do get the appeal of that. If you want to collect an active player, there are safe active players to collect in terms of their legacy, where you're not gambling on them winning MVP this year or something like in order for you to feel comfortable about collecting their cards. One is LeBron, but there's, people in the chat started their own thread about Curry. You can maybe make a case for Curry as well. So, you don't have to be in prospects, right?
I think Durant would be a pretty fun guy to be if you were like a hardcore PC guy of Durant, it'd be pretty fun right now because you're excited to see him come back and new team and be pretty exciting.
Good point.
I saw one of my buddies, Devin Grant. He bought a Dwayne Wade exquisite rookie base, numbered to 25. He said he paid $5,000 for that. That's less than Lucas Silver. That's nuts.
That's such a sick card too. I love the 03 exquisite base. In the parallels, they get very little hobby attention, and I just think they're the coolest cards ever. I love that. So out of 25, because they correct me here or school me on this. So 03 exquisite, the base parallel, like LeBron is one out of 23, right? Like he has like a plain, it doesn't have a patch, doesn't have an auto. Like I think Grant has it or something.
I think they're at 25.
25, okay.
I mean, it's nothing to scoff at compared to there he is, Devin Grant. And then yeah, comparing it to like a, Silver Luka. Just I don't know. I don't know that I'm like making fun of the price disparity as much as cautioning people that like Dwayne Wade is a 3-time champion, like superstar athlete, and I think Luka himself might even say like that would be a pretty awesome career to have Dwayne Wade's career. And so if he does, his cards are going to be going down, I guess.
Yeah, that's funny. I thought you were almost going to say like Luka would say his own cards are too high. That would be funny to ask these athletes, like just kind of show them like, hey, look, this is where your card values are with respect to the history of NBA players. What do you think? Are you overrated? Many are right now.
Argument always crashes and burns because of just how much the whole hobby's gone up. Because I'm like, just look at James Harden, and you're like, his cards went up. I'm like, crap.
So funny that you go down that path because Derrick Rose, his BGS 9.5 of his 2008 Topps Chrome base card, set an all-time high yesterday. $204 if memory serves.
We need a way to show the price disparity and somehow remove the factor of the fact that everything's 5x in the last year. I don't know how to do that necessarily.
Yeah, you just have to adjust. You just have to adjust for that. You have to adjust for that. And it's amazing. Like sometimes when I'm writing these headlines, I look and like sometimes I'll be like, okay, let me go see how much a card sold for a year ago or whatever. And it's without fail. It's Trey, it's Luka, it's Giannis, it's LeBron, it's Jordan, it's Kobe, whoever it is. They all like 6 to 7x over last year. It's just uniform. They all did it. And all those guys had different like moments in the hobby. Jordan had the last dance. Kobe mania, rest in peace. In light of the tragedy, Kobe cards obviously increase in demand. And these young guys had like breakout years. Giannis got another MVP, but when it's all said and done, it's really just the growth of the hobby that has carried them all, rather than any one event or anything.
Especially basketball, man. Like basketball cards specifically have, like I think people are recognizing sort of the safety of the hobby of basketball cards and the popularity of the game globally, and the individualism of these players and their brands, and it's just like there's just a lot of factors there.
Yeah, there are. Lefko said that Wade thought his prices were too high. Yeah, but relative to what? Like Wade probably saw that and was like, I would need to get permission to spend this much money on a card, like from my accountant and my family and my wife.
I mean, dude, those guys, those like superstar guys, they got tons of money. What are they spending their money on? Cars, houses, whatever. Like, I would much rather spend my money on sports cards than a lot of that crap. So, like, you can say cars are expensive, but like stuff is expensive. Like cars are so expensive and they're stupid, and like you can just get a cheap one and just drive you to point. But you can't replace that LeBron exquisite RPA.
No, and you can't replace the whole experience that goes with it. And,
yep.
Dude, I was talking about with this to somebody the other day. Coleman was talking about getting rid of a card, and he was like, dude, would you think less of me if I got rid of this card? I'm like, what would I think less of me? He's like, dude, this card is like, it's part of who I am. If I lose
Yeah.
this card, do I lose hobby cred? You know,
Yeah.
and it's a serious question. It really
Yep.
is.
I asked you that the other day. I was going through some stuff that I'm selling. And it's like, what do you think of me if I sold this? And you're like, sell the card, man. And I'm like, but it's me. Like, I've had this for 3 years, and like I sort of made it. I've attached it to myself, you know. And it's like, if I get rid of it, people are gonna think I'm sick or something.
True, dude. It is true. It is. Imagine Christina with no Lucas. It just wouldn't.
She would be such a sad Christina.
But you still have your maxi cleavers.
I would. I would still have my very nice Maxi Cleva collection that no one cares about that I buy for $1.
Yeah.
Saved her that orange that you guys pulled.
Oh.
Why does he always have to do that?
Because Chris is the greedy guy that's like, we need the money from this auction. He sold
true.
sold it to her, too, probably. Those oranges are probably like a 50 grand by now.
Dude.
Yeah.
Was it a PSA 10? Was it a PSA 10?
It was a
It was
PSA 10.
10.
That was back when you could get cards graded when they said they were going to grade them too.
Dude, that feels like so long ago. The prediction is 61 grand on an orange.
What the frick?
Yeah.
No
It was
offense,
such a beautiful card, too, because it looked like the gold in hand.
but you just trick yourself.
I'm like, I hate that we got rid of it. I really do.
61,000 for an orange. That's
Out of 49.
Rodman said, imagine Christina without stacks of wax. You don't have to imagine. We've been ripping the hell out of wax.
I only have 3 boxes left, Rodman. 10 more.
Yeah, send a box, Rodman. Please.
They'll never change.
Please send a box.
You keep
This
opening
is
shaking my head.
this is a topic that I like. I do want to talk about it very briefly. Sorry if I missed it. Thoughts on PWCC going all private auctions? Okay, so that means all their bidding. You can no longer see bidder IDs. It just comes up as private. But I'll generalize this. It's not just PWCC who does this. Users on eBay do private auctions. And if you're going through a private auction house that has an independent side of eBay, those are all private bids too. It's not good. It's not a good policy. It's moving in the wrong direction. It's moving us away from transparency. And it's moving us towards providing cover for people to do less than ethical things. So I do want to comment on that. I hate it.
Me no like
fan of that.
no good, no bueno, sucky.
Josh talking about my grades are great. If misses the playoffs again, who card collector? You forgot to name the player.
I got him. You set him up and I'll knock him down.
Okay, so Alex says, but the auction houses have info on the bidders. Yeah, they do. And so that's, these auction houses lose credibility very fast if an item sells with them 1 month and then they have to relist it the next month. That doesn't look good for them. So they have very strict enforcement policies about making sure that items get paid for and collecting payments. So that the incentives all line up in favor of having legitimate auctions.
I really want to know who he meant.
What did he say? Who? He just said, "Whoops!" You got us hanging in suspense here, man.
My man, card collector 1427. You're on the hook here. Oh, he's not even going to say.
Shout out to Michael Jordan PSA 10, Nick from Down Under.
What's up, man? Oh, Rodman Booker, good call. My local guy, Booker hasn't made the playoffs.
Dude, what are you feeling the CP3 to the Suns energy?
I don't want any of that. No, I don't want that. That's
You
like
don't
just.
want that. Oh,
Oh,
wow.
he said Trae Young. He said Trae Young. No, I don't want CP3. That makes us just good enough to like get a bad pick.
To dwell in mediocrity for the next 5 years or 3 years?
I do not want to be a first-round exit in the Western Conference playoffs.
But Josh, he has such funny State Farm commercials.
You know what I want? I want to go back in time and draft Luka.
Dude, you had his coach. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, I don't understand how you guys passed him. And like we said last week, right now we would be living next door to you, Josh, if you guys had drafted Luca.
Like how you guys would move here for someone you'd never meet, but you wouldn't move here for me. That's just
Welcome to Christina. Okay, so the answer has come in. It's Trae Young.
Josh already said
Nailed
that.
it. Nailed it.
God, if people are expecting the Hawks to make the playoffs, I wonder what the Vegas odds are on that. I bet they're not very well. I don't know. The East is so weak. I don't know.
I have a theory on why the hobby likes Trae Young so much.
Yeah.
It's that Luka Doncic is so much so the obvious choice of those two guys that people love to be contrarian and just like do something different and pick the next guy.
I like that take a lot. We have lots of like smart people. People who are too smart for their own good sometimes. And
Like I'm so smart that I'm gonna pick the cheaper guy.
Instead of zigging, they're zogging. They passed Zag. And they went way too far.
Is LaMelo Ball gonna be a thing?
dude. All right, so I listen to way too many NBA podcasts.
Yep.
I've seen LaMelo Ball go from being maybe he drops all the way to number 9 to consensus number 1 pick over the span of a week. So, like, okay, what does that tell us? Number one, these guys have nothing to talk about, so they have to gin up all these LaMelo narratives. I heard somebody say that the Bulls should trade LaVine to the Pelicans and take back Lonzo, and then move up in the draft to take LaMelo, and then you have both balls together in Chicago, and it would put people. I think it was Bill Simmons who proposed this. Now that I think back on it,
The trade machine for his son.
yeah, and like so, dude, man, the hype on LaMelo is high.
So serious.
I think that says it all.
I don't know,
Two balls are better than one. That's what they say.
Yeah, you'd have 3 balls because the father would be there too.
He hasn't said recently. What's he doing? He's finally gone away.
Yeah, I guess so. He said, then bring in LeVar to coach.
Who's the coach of the Bulls these days? Did they get someone?
They got Billy Donovan.
Oh yeah, that's a good hire.
It's a great hire. Yeah, it's
Why
a
did
great coach.
Why did Thunder not bring him back?
Because the Thunder are nuts. They should have never let him go.
Their coach.
I think Donovan actually wanted to leave.
Who's their coach?
If memory serves, they promoted an assistant to head coach this week, I think.
Gotcha.
Oh yeah, and so one of the podcasts I was listening to also was that the analysis on LaMelo is that he is a taller version of Trae Young. He defends better, but he's less accurate of a shooter. So that's the scouting report on LaMelo, just a taller Trae Young, basically.
So no playoffs for the team that picks him.
Is there anybody out there that you would like to see the Lakers pick up? Any like rumors that you've heard that you're like, yeah, I like that, excites me?
I haven't done any research on the draft. I couldn't even name you the top 5 guys.
So, like in free agency, there's some big names being floated. Victor Oladipo is like very clearly going to be highly pursued. Zach LaVine was another one that seems to be potentially available. Spencer Dinwiddie is another guy who may be available.
Bogdanovich.
Kings, Bogey. And then, dude, the Nets kind of like low key have a loaded roster and trade pieces. The issue is, will Kyrie be able to be healthy for the majority of the season and for the playoffs? And obviously, is Durant going to be able to come back?
The issue is Kyrie Irving's on the team.
Well, yeah, we could have probably just stopped the sentence right there.
Without LeBron, at least.
Yeah. Yeah, and by the way, so Rodman says, okay, so
Fred VanVleet is like the number 2 rated free agent.
yeah, that tells you a lot. WWF.
Good, man. What are you talking about?
He's a good player, but
Dude, he was instrumental to them winning the championship.
I agree. Look, I'm a huge Van Vliet fan. I mean, he comes from Rockford, Illinois. He's like the only NBA player to ever come from this town. So I love Van Vliet, and he's very scrappy, the whole nine. But just if he's the second best free agent, that's nothing taken away from him. But he's not an all-star, right? So I don't know.
Just the Westbrook Harden stuff this week.
Yeah. So who would have saw that coming? So one of the rumors being floated there is that so Westbrook wants to leave Houston, but maybe the answer is to get rid of Harden and send Harden to Brooklyn and get back LeVert and Dinwiddie or something like that, or maybe Picks. Yeah.
What a disaster of a team that would be.
Dude, that was the thing. So if you had an offense that had Kyrie, Durant, and Harden,
What a disaster.
fighting for shots.
It's like, dude, you can't just throw together players and just hope. It doesn't work that way in the playoffs. Like, it just doesn't.
No. How long until the season before Katie and Kyrie bump heads? One game. Not even a game. Wait, training camp starts December 1st? December 1st.
Can you think of a big?
24 hours. It'll be December 2nd.
Can you think of a bigger pair of goobers in the history of the NBA? Those two are so weird. They just like say whatever they want, and then they just back each other up on their weird things they say.
Yeah.
It's dude. The second something goes wrong, that's gonna be ugly.
Poor Steve Nash. I don't know how, and like I guess D'Antoni is like an assistant. I don't know what the hell is going on over there. I don't have the cards with me, but we ripped a Mosaic Hobby Football box, our third this week, or not this week, but ever, our third ever. But okay, this was Nick's. This was Nick's box. He got. Are you gonna go get the cards?
Yeah.
All right, so he got a Tua Mosaic auto. He got 6 Tuas total. He got and that auto alone is like about $1,000 card.
Jeez.
He got a silver. He got a Mosaic parallel. He got the base. He got the rookie debut base. Then we got a Joe Burrow parallel, Joe Burrow base. It's just an absolutely loaded box, like thousands of dollars worth of cards were loaded in that box. And this is why people come back to Wax, because it's part of great storytelling. It's part of it, what makes things addicting. When it can't be all highs, you have to have highs and lows, highs and lows, highs and lows, and the lows make the highs even sweeter. And so, okay, so here we go. I'll show these.
All right. Is that called a hot box?
Yeah, it's like like back in the day. Okay, this is a Tua silver. This is the base of the debut. This is the subset card. This is just a straight up regular Tua base. These are like $400 as PSA 10s.
What?
This is an insert. Yeah. This is the Mosaic parallel. These are like $1,000 in a PSA 10 case.
By the time you get those, though.
Yeah, no kidding. You might need to express these. Okay, so this is the auto, like sick card. Just the box was just loaded. Hilaire.
$150.
Yep, this one about 2 months too late. Another one. Okay, so we got a bunch of those.
Is stuff gonna go when Prism comes out?
Okay, so that's a question we had. So let's talk about this. All right, and then Burrow. Okay, so that was a freaking loaded box, dude. That all came from one box.
One box? What the fuck?
Yeah, dude, that box was just... So Nick like gives like 2 packs to Christina, 2 to me, 2 to him. I go through mine first. I'm like, oh, I got a Tua base card. That's like half the box right there at the PSA 10s. Christina gets a Tua, Nick gets a Tua, and luckily Nick he opened the auto himself. So is it okay? All right. So the question was, this comes from Goats and Grails. Will Mosaic football card prices drop when Prism and Contenders are released in a few weeks? That's a great question.
Yes.
I think it depends on the price point. So if Prism is astronomically priced, then the market for Mosaic may remain intact as a lower tier. If Prism comes in at a very similar price point, could Mosaic become, could it take on a flavor of the day thing, like its time has passed? I think that's a real possibility. In basketball, we have pretty clear tiers. Prism is definitely a tier above Mosaic, but Mosaic holds on pretty strong. So like, let me look something up. Let me compare like Zion's Prism base PSA 10 using Card Ladder, and then Zion Mosaic base PSA 10. And if we compare these two, Zion Prism base PSA 10 is at $660. His Mosaic base PSA 10 is at $183. Whoa. Okay.
I'll tell you right now that 2020 Prism Football Blaster sold today on eBay for $146 for a blaster, which is
$20. Yeah.
In the store.
Okay.
Is Prism Football out
No, it was supposed to have been out by now, but it got pushed back.
because of COVIDs?
I don't know why.
Yeah, so these are Fanatics boxes that
Fanatic.
they're pre-selling.
Okay, so those were available for $50 online pre-sale, and they don't even come out, I think, until like a month or two. So, all right. Okay, so like, look, the Zion, $660 for the Prism, $180 for the Mosaic. That is a huge disparity, dude.
What about the pops too? What's the market cap?
So the pop on the Mosaic, oh my God, 3,500. That's a lot. The market cap is 600 grand. For the Prism, the pop is 13,000. It's going to pass Luka. And the overall PSA 2019 Prism pop is larger than 2018. The market cap is $9 million. So
$9 million. Bunch of base cards. Huh?
$9 million. Yeah. So also Mosaic Zion has pretty consistently dropped the PSA 10 since the first one showed up on the market, whereas Prism has been going up lately.
The Prism base stuff is like down, but it's still pretty high. It's going back up. It's recovering.
It's definitely recovering.
The Prism Silver Luca passed $8,000.
Yes, it did.
Remember when that first passed 1,000 and we were laughing about it?
I remember I traded for this was a little over a year ago. I traded a Ayton NT RPA horizontal out of 49 PSA 9 straight across for a Luka Prism Silver PSA 10, and the trade value is about $500. And the person I traded, I got the Luka, they got the Ayton, and they were like, "Why are you taking this Luka Prism Silver? Like, this is never going to go over like $500. Like, you know that, right?" And I was like, "I think you're right. To be honest with you, I think you're right. I don't know why I'm taking this card in a trade." And I went on eBay and sold it for like $600.
You got me.
Yeah, I just made my profit. Now that card's $8,000. Like, that is way too rich for me.
What's the pop on that one?
About 2,000.
Two.
Yep. Let me fact check myself here. 1,909.
Oh my God. The market cap?
The market cap is 15 million. 15 cool
Did
$1 million.
15,000 yet?
What was that?
Did Luca base pass 15,000 yet?
No, I was just looking at that today. It's getting there though. It is at 14,540.
Someone posted a picture of like the Shaq 92
Yes, I saw that.
the junk wax era, and then next to the pop on the Prism Luca, and I was like, this picture is going to be outdated in like 1 hour.
Yes.
That pop's wrong.
So that pop has grown about 300 since I last looked at it earlier this week.
300.
300. Okay, so
And-
that Luka Silver that did 8,100, the all-time high for Luka Silvers was set in late August. It was 8,800. So
We're gonna be there soon.
dude, exactly. we are very, very close to seeing like the basketball prospects return to
Crazy.
their peaks. Look at
I bought
eBay
one.
right now.
Had to.
Yeah, and you got it at a great price, didn't you?
We had 5,500.
You could probably just put that in a box, send it to PWCC, and forget about it. That thing will come back before it will never even have played a game, and it will come back, and you may have come close to doubling your money on that.
Dude, I'm big on the, like, someone else talk about court sides. I'm big on the select and optic stuff because, like, they usually have better pictures. It's, like, way more rare, and the prices are lower. I just, like, three things. Those are three key indicators I look for. You know, it's cheaper, more rare, better looking. I don't know.
Totally.
But Prisms continues to dominate, so.
Yeah. Select is really cool because of the 3 levels. It's an intricate product and it's rewarding when you figure it out. And it was funny because like the whole hobby kind of figured out at the same time that court sides are really rare. Because like there was just this inflection point in around November of last year when like the court side it had been equal with Prism and Optic for a while, and then it just took off. Garrett Bauer showed me this on a chart. Let me see if I can recreate it here.
People just need to market caps though. Like people send me like, oh, like you said they're underrated, but like court sides are more expensive than Prism. Like, yeah, but the pop is like 1/50th. So like,
exactly.
Market people.
Yeah, this is amazing to look at. Damn. So Luka courtside base last sold for $5,000. But the point of this. Okay, whoops. I just dismantled my little setup. Point of this. All right, so the orange line is the Optic Hollow. The pink line is the Prism Base PSA 10. Prism Base. And the blue line is the courtside base. All right,
Ooh,
look.
so,
The courtside base PSA 10 was once half the value of the Prism base PSA 10. Courtside was once half the value. Okay, this was in June of 2019. Then, so they map each other for a period of time. And then, all right, so I have it on logarithmic scale so we could see it. But now I need to switch over to linear.
Linear?
Okay, so you can see right around here, was this May of 2020?
So recently.
The court side just starts to just take off, and the Prism base. So, like, look, there's once a time where they were similarly priced, Prism base and the court side just $5,000, and the Prism base is now $1,500. Right? Those items were both once the same value.
Kaushik pointed out that the Flawless and Immaculate haven't even been released yet.
It's true.
For last year's for Zion.
That's right. Yeah, so we don't have Zion RPAs from Immaculate or Flawless.
Huh? I'm not like a math wizard or anything, but that seems weird. It seems late.
Yeah, but they are late releases, but this is way too late. This is much later even than usual.
Remember back when I used to make money from Panini first off the line?
Dude, the good old days.
So much money from Flawless and Immaculate.
I remember you got a shelf full of 2018 Prism first off the line.
Oh,
I had like
selling to me.
I had 12 of them.
Well,
What are they worth today?
Yeah.
they're worth.
I don't know if you want to know.
Yeah, they're about 5,200 on
52.
Adams. On David Adams.
Are you
I
sure?
sold them for like 700 a piece. Ugh.
Which was a great price at the time, but
I bought 12 of them at 250 a pop or whatever they were at release. $300. Now they're $5,200. Oh my god.
Well, we we ripped a 2018 National Treasures first off the line.
I remember that.
Got a Costas out of 3.
You got an Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, we got the first one to get a title. We don't have the box in the letter. We definitely have this box in the letter. Oh, maybe it's just on the MFLTL.
That's when you pulled that Aiden.
Hold on. All right, let's see here. There we go. Okay, so we ripped that box at $750. It last sold in September for $15,000.
Oh, that's not that bad. You made more money on like 2 cards you bought since it's like
True. And we would have never bought the Luke RPA if we hadn't gotten our feet, dipped our toes into National Treasure. So
We ripped a case of National Treasure and a first off the line.
which you could do for $5,000 or $6,000. Back then.
It was. We spent under $5,000.
$5,000.
not long ago. It was like a year and a half ago
A
that
year and
like,
a half ago.
it was like normal to rip Prism and National Treasures at like reasonable prices, and now you're just like some rich freaking yacht having psycho ripping that stuff.
Someone messaged me today. I don't think I won't say who it is in case he cares. He messaged me today. He said his favorite moment on any crossover episode was your beach house rant. Favorite moment. I was like, yeah, I could see that. I could definitely see that.
Yeah, dude, this is a hobby for the people, my friend. This isn't some. We don't want to be seeing you talking about your stupid base cards from your beach house. Nobody wants to see that. Like, did you connect with me any less than being at a beach house showing me base cards? No.
So true.
People want to see the stories of the people with, super nice cards, but like nothing else. That's what they want to see.
That's what I like,
Like super nice cards, and all 3 of us drive 2007 Hondas.
2 of us drive the same one.
Yeah.
We have to. We had spent all of our money. I couldn't buy a nice car if I wanted to.
Oh, it's so true.
Every time we get anytime my bank account goes over $5,000, I'm like, oh my god, I have to buy a
I
card.
have to buy a card. I know.
It's like, what am I gonna do? Stupid car. I mean, can you imagine going to a dealership right now and being like, I'll give you $20,000 for whatever? Like, this is like a LeBron. No, I can't.
Dude, the opportunity cost of every penny hurts. It really does. Everything is measured in cards.
Yeah, it's like you're like talking to the dealer and you're like, that's like a LeBron exquisite, bro. I'm gonna need to get that price down, and I need to, get a good rate or whatever. It's like, and then you just start like depreciating assets. I don't, like you're not speaking my language here, guy.
Joe calls it the 5K theory. Joe has an excellent appearance on the After Hours of Sports Cards Live from last week, by the way. Definitely worth checking out.
What's the 5K theory? Tell me.
I think it's what you just said.
What?
If the bank account goes over 5K, times
yeah.
cards.
It's like you start hitting up eBay. What do I got?
Yeah. It's a crazy time right now. So did we ever answer the question? What do you think? Do you think Mosaic is going to go down when Prism and Contenders come out? Yeah.
I don't want to compare it to Prism Draft or whatever that garbage is called, but it's
Similar
kinda
theory, though. Yeah.
Like, this is all I got. So, like, I guess I'm buying. If I want Burrow and 2 of rookie cards, I'm getting Mosaic. But once you have 2 options and one of them is clearly better,
No, it's true, dude. And Panini is always pushing that envelope. Panini always is. How many products can we get out there before people stop buying them and just wait for the actual one that's going to hold value?
Because, I mean, we're using Mosaic cards as, like, the baseline for a card ladder right now because we have no choice.
Indeed. Indeed. And the pop reports are about to explode on those.
We're done.
Any given day now. Yeah, or Don, right. Where you can look at a Clyde Edwards-Helaire Donruss chart and watch a card go from $60 to 50 cents in a month.
Couldn't those guys just like really rake in the cash by releasing Prism at the peak of preseason hype? I'm not like I don't understand why they don't do that. It seems silly. Or maybe they're
Someone would then buy Mosaic after Prism came out.
that's true. Yeah, you're right.
Or
You're
like,
right. They bring it out when it's like a lull. Yeah.
Give me the status box.
my status.
This is one that we've been saving. Kaushik just said he loves status.
I do too.
Status. I think Josh is to blame for why we even know about status.
Probably. I blame Josh for a lot of things.
You should. It's easier that way.
A lot of them good.
Blame the white man. It's just easier that way.
Well, you were so ahead of the curve on the Pursuit die cut. That is a very cool card. We still have we have sold many Lucas. We still have ours, our Pursuit die cut. Cool card. Very, very cool card.
Isn't it for sale though?
No. Well, I don't know. Check PWCC in a month. Okay, so like look, so status too, by the way. Status is a fun rip because not many extraneous cards, and you get a cool rookie in every pack. Like I bet the likelihood of this box having a Luka rookie or several is very high. Very, very high. Status is clean. Yeah, dude, status is a sweet product. Very simple product, which stands out because some of these products get so freaking complex.
I haven't opened wax since March. I might need to figure something out.
What would you
Prison-
open if you could
I'd
open
open
any box right
Prison,
now?
prison football. Would be fun.
Prison football is a fun rip.
How much are those boxes going to be?
Well, our LCS guy was saying they were going to be 800, but I bet they're going to be higher.
Weren't they like $100 a couple years ago?
Yeah. And you could still go on eBay and get like 2015 Prism for like $180.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
The rookie class sucks?
But, Brady one of ones, Brady golds,
Yeah, I always look for vets. I don't know. Maybe I'm weird, but like, I want those low-numbered vets.
100%.
Give me some like Julio Jones golds or something.
Exactly. There's so much cool stuff of vets. And, when it's all said and done, vets are what carry products down the line. Like all this 90s stuff, dude, there's great collectible stuff. That's why people love the insert sets, because they're not loaded with prospects. You got Barkley and Shaq and Duncan and Jordan and Kobe all in the same set. Like
And
Penny and Grant Hill and Iverson and you got them all. 20
yeah, but some
prison for 120 unrelated.
rookie class loaded. Tua, Burrow, Herbert, all looking good. Someone tried to compare him to like the 2004 rookie class for quarterbacks already, and it's like, dude, it's been like 8 games. Chill out. There's like Hall of Famers and Super Bowl champions in that class.
100%. And so 2020 is an interesting draft class in football because a lot of the good players are just losing. Like Herbert can't win a game to save his life. And it's not his fault. It's the team is brutal. But when those guys start winning games, like Tua, we've only seen 2 games. But let a couple of guys from the 2020 class like lead playoff runs next year, and I think you're going to see 2020 football product like go crazy.
Yeah, I'm all about buying the singles of the Prism football quarterbacks like in February.
Totally.
Jordan from Dallas.
Jordan,
Nice.
what's the word on Dallas, man? They're saying a lot of big deals are going on, a lot of high-end cards trading hands, a lot of money being spent. Is it true?
He's in the man. He's in the dollar boxes having fun.
Confirm or deny?
I guarantee, dude. He came back to the hotel at National with like 800 cards that he bought, and I had one. Like, what is all this stuff? Look at it. There he goes. See, I told you.
That's
He had like he bought like 2,000 cards at National.
That's crazy. Wild, man.
I want to hear about these big deals. I've just been hearing. If anyone post in the chat, if anyone heard about Dallas big deals going down. Grant is the only one I know about for sure. He bought that Jordan limited logos rookie or 03.
Chase says he saw 3 75K plus deals today.
What's Coleman's 3?
Coleman's day one. I did see Coleman's day one. He had like a bunch of Devin Booker, Prism Base Raw, Trey Young. I saw Luka was in there too. Seen so much fire, I can't even believe it right now. Says Kauchik. I believe that.
Maxless deals.
As display case. Maxless deals. That's not good news.
Ugh.
Stay safe down there. Luka RPA 9.
I don't know anyone with one of those.
No. Not.
Argument. Tell me about this argument.
Ooh. Did a PMG green get ripped up? Dude, it was an episode of Cardboard Chronicles that like brought that story to the masses of the MJ PMG green getting ripped up.
In Hawaii. We done?
I guess so. I do want to just hear what was the argument about? Who knows about this argument?
Someone feed me Dallas stories. Come on.
Yeah. I hope you guys are filming stuff too and put together some YouTube videos and stuff.
It's hard to do that stuff because when you're there, you're just like in the moment, you know, it's hard to like stop and film. It's really hard. Yeah. I always say I'm gonna never film enough.
What happened to the MJ PMG green? Okay, you need to go listen to Cardboard Chronicles on YouTube. What's the name of the guest? I can't remember the name of the guest.
Oh, that was the those guys' names.
Hold on.
Or am I blanking?
I'm blanking too. I should know.
They have the trading card platform. They're the Asian guys. They have the platform where they're selling cards like eBay for the Chinese market. I can't remember their name. Sports Card Hobby.
Yep. Where here they are. Card Hobby Official.
Card Hobby Official. Yes, those guys are awesome. They always set up at National.
Yeah, a lot of people like those guys. Because somebody recently shared this interview in the Luka chat, and everybody was there's lots of collectors from overseas in that chat, and they all spoke highly of these guys. Okay.
There was like at National, the first National I went to, they were like one of like 4 tables with high-end basketball cards.
That's awesome. Okay, so it's Scott and Peter, Cardboard Chronicles, episode 14. I would go to YouTube immediately after you're done watching this and take in that episode. That's one of the great pieces of hobby lore. They have a lot of good stories, but that one is hilarious that a PMG green MJ red got just ripped to shreds. Yeah, I hear about this a lot too. I hear a lot about people upset that a lot of people missed the show. A lot of people who wanted to be there missed the show. Oh, and check out episode 15 too. Right. Just turn on the playlist and you'll be pleasantly rewarded. No problem. Nash collector. You'll be a kindred spirit with one of these guys. He's a Ray Allen super collector.
Very sad about missing the show.
Yeah. It's only going to get better too. Tomorrow's going to be the real crazy day, I think.
Yeah. All right, we good?
Yeah, man. All right, guys. I don't know why 62 people are still on here, but
I don't know. I'm gonna finish up this call and pass out.
All right, buddy.
See you guys. See you guys next week. Another fun week.
Say bye, Christina.
Bye, guys.
No. She picked it up.
The future is here. An innovation that will change the way the industry works. A Hot 100 chart. Updated daily. The most accurate price guide on the market. Every card has its own profile with a wealth of information. Know the precise, real-time value of any card in the system. On demand. You now have the power to unlock the secrets of the hobby. The game changer is here. Card Ladder.